Hey there, replay viewers. I am in old Hoi An, Vietnam. And I'm on vacation. And Hoi An is a UNESCO protected site. And it's also known as, the honeymoon destination. I think also Dalat. You could say Dalat is a good honeymoon place, but of the two, I would say Hoi An is more romantic, just because of its charm and the way that everything is closely packed together. And at night there are all of these lanterns from porches and on riverside gondolas. If you see my previous broadcast from last night, you will understand what I'm talking about. So I believe that these homes date back to when this part of Vietnam was occupied by the Japanese. And they had a major influence on the doors and the home fronts that we have here. And as you can see, young people who are traveling, whether they're from Korea or other parts of Asia, or even they could be Vietnamese but not from here, have their photographs on these beautiful backdrops, as one does, because it's a really nice, look, there's a well right there that's covered up, keep the dust away. And so Cao Lao, Caolau, is a local specialty. It is lean pork over noodles in a gravy that is really delicious. I ordered some today. And also white rose is another sort of a dumpling, or a little like a rice flour ravioli that as well is delicious. It's minced pork that is in a little ravioli shell, and then it's sprinkled with caramelized dried onion.
Hello,
Yummy. Hello.
hello.
And look, there's every opportunity to hang a plant, to hang something living, like right here on the wall. This moss-covered outcrop has got weeds and things growing out of it, and it somehow makes all the difference. So yesterday I had Dave in Osaka in on the live, and we had found a famous banh mi place made famous by Anthony Bourdain in his television show, one of several shows he had with CNN. And so Hoi An is a very pedestrian-friendly town. So no cars are allowed here, no motorbikes. You just have bicycles and pedestrians. And I'm looking at the handcraft ships here because I've always liked sailboats, and this looks like a fantastic shop, one dedicated to sailboats, obviously. And these are in the display window. I am going to get myself a drink. Hey Martin, how are you? I don't know if there's a delay, but I would say that you like yourself a good sailboat, and sailboat modeling and the like. So you have come just in time. Steamships, sure, but sailboats are something about tall ships, right? That just really take the cake. And obviously indoors there's more. I don't know if we're allowed to live stream, but we're going to try and get away with it because it's what we do. We're good at what we do, getting away with things without paying a price. Ask Pedro. Oh, I'm glad. So obviously there isn't a signal issue, and I'm mic'd up properly with my Rode mic. But you know what? My iPhone 13 mini has an even better camera for night. All right, you know what? These are pretty reasonable prices. I think there's something wrong here. Wait a minute. Yeah, 600,000 to 550,000 is not a lot of money, but you know what? I would ruin this if I put it in my traveling case. But I love the sleekness of these boats. And you're Australian, so I don't have to say anything about boats to you. You guys eat, sleep, and breathe boats. Oh, no, just a longer. Yes, that's okay, right? That's okay. But these are, I'm not sure if I'm understanding the price. Oh, they're 600. No, Vietnamese dong is $26? I don't get it. This is like a steal. Look. What about these? You know, I don't like the bottles, to tell you the truth, but they have a lot on display here. This is my kind of boat. The Cuddy Sark, of course, I can pick them. I know this Cuddy Sark. There's a gin or something named after the Cuddy Sark. Just trying to stay out of the glare. There we go. Yeah, it's an English boat. Wow. Oh, look, they have the HMS Victory. Wow. This, I like specialty. I know. Are you kidding? Look, and there's a Viking boat. I built a Viking boat that was 11 feet long by 5.5 feet wide for a friend's ashes. He was murdered in Fiji, and they could only bring his ashes back to Canada. And I built a model boat like this, with a sail like that, and I put his ashes, and he lived on he had a cabin on a lake he built himself, and the lake is a private lake. There's actually a plane that actually crashed in the lake, and divers have tried to find it, but the lake is actually too deep to actually, I'm not sure if they located it, but they can't go that deep apparently. Anyway, I had a rowboat, and we tethered the boat I built, and we set it afire, and luckily everything that didn't end up burning away ended up in a plastic lump afterwards, and we were able to take that out of the lake, and nobody was the wiser. So we were able to give my friend a good send-off, and he really loved his cabin by the lake, so I'm kind of glad about that I was able to do something for a good buddy. The Queen Mary 2, yes. I came back to Canada from Europe in the early 60s on a ship, but I assume it was like a gas power ship. This is a very elegant boat. I don't know what that is. Let's look at the name of it. I love the sails. I have no idea what era it is. It's Arabian Shebeck. Wow, what an elegant boat. I'm loving this boat. Sorry? Hi, I love your store.
Thank you.
These boats here, can you tell me this price?
No, this price 550,000.
All right. Does the boat come like packaged, flat?
Down.
Really?
Coming.
Show me.
smaller box.
Show me. Oh, that was. Oh, did you buy one?
No.
Okay.
She just showed her, but that's the problem.
Oh, that's the package. Ah, it's big. It's too big for my luggage.
Yeah, also for our backpacks.
But yeah, I have very limited luggage. So
so we cannot pick down the box.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's luggage already full and will not fit in bag. But do you have smaller boat? Smaller boat? No smaller boat. Only in the bottle. Understand. Well, But see, these are smaller boats, but they don't come in flat package. You see, communication is a thing. But how does the package look? How big is the package?
So not fold.
Oh, it doesn't fold. That's it. That's it. I understand. I understand. Okay, come on. Yeah, no, I don't want it. Don't want it. But we came close. Yeah, no, not good. It's too big for luggage. But come on. Oh, I feel terrible now. I feel bad. Ship it home. It could, but you know, the postal service from one communist country to another, to a non-communist country. I tried mailing postcards from Myanmar. They're still waiting for them. That was like 2005. So I like this Viking boat, and I don't have a place at home for it. In fact, I just don't. So, and these are a little too chintzy for me. Oh well. Some other time. Caught me a marlin. But I like these boats. Shall we keep wandering? So I'm not sure what he's eating, but it kind of looks cold. It could be coconut or it could be something else. I'd like a tofu, but it's in sweet. Thanks for the suggestion, Martin. But I actually shipped something from Taiwan. If we were in Taiwan, yes, because I know their postal service works. And I'll put it to you this way. You know, I buy a lot from AliExpress, and if there's something that goes wrong with the shipping with AliExpress, there's a way of getting your money back. So there's that. It might be possible that I can find like a Chinese distributor that is better set up for international shipping. So here we can have a delicious coffee, but at the moment I'm having lemon juice because I really am dehydrated and I need to replenish my fluids. So coffee's just gonna make me thirsty. It's the wrong time of day. But okay. So art books, and then there's sculptures. I'm gonna look at what the sculptures are like, because some of them look interesting from a distance. So we have pendants and necklaces, like desktop things, right? What would they be? Inkwells. Oh look, there's Woody. Mini incense. I bought some really overpriced incense in Taipei. I bought sandalwood, which is probably not real sandalwood because sandalwood is an endangered wood. We have music boxes. They look kind of nice. Okay, so there's stuffed animals. See no evil, do no evil. Larry, Curly, and Mo. So, coasters. So, it looks like a cute little boutique. Oh, look. What are these? Like that old style DVD? Annie Hall is a film. So are these like, I don't know what they're called. Those big, big format DVDs. I have to be careful for steps because I don't want to aggravate my quad problem. Seeing as that I've managed to get this far without complicating my life. Oh, there is something that is like handcrafted ice cream. where it's like a cold slate and blades, and they put fresh fruit and nuts and things, and then they sort of scrape it off a cold stone, and you walk away with it. Any boutique within this area is fine, but if you're in the night market, which is further that way, not so fine. It could be like the difference between having stomach cramps and having diarrhea and having all kinds of gastrointestinal issues. So there's a very simple directive. Don't order the ice cream from the night market. Period. Anything within the village itself is tried and tested. Here we go, ice cream flavors. Except that I'm not ready yet, but we can look at the flavors. So, they have pork, mint, and papaya. All right. Oh, pate as well. I like a good pistachio. I like a good pistachio ice cream. Again, we have, looks like a period fixture and an upper gallery. Oh, so this is a silk boutique. Look how breezy. I couldn't rock that shirt because it's not my color. It would, I'm not sure. I don't have the right skin tone for that kind of a gemstone green. Somebody else could rock it, but not me. But I could do another color: white, beige, gray, and black. Seem to be my go-to. Just put it on and go colors. So we could go on the shady side of the street because I think it's friendlier to the camera and also to the to my ability to read. So what is nice is if you were to book a B&B on the upper floors and then have like a rooftop terrace, that would be cool. So High Cafe, this looks very nice with an interior courtyard. It looks fancy. Definitely I would go in there and order, I would bring a friend for a tea or something. I remember one time I brought my guide or my fixer or my handler. He was appointed to me as somebody I chose because somebody was able to set up somebody for me when I arrived in Yangon, Myanmar. And I made a point to invite him over to the Strand, which is a famous hotel, colonial hotel, whose sister hotel is the Raffles in Singapore. So Singapore had the Raffles, and Yangon, or Rangoon, as the colonial Brits called it, had the Strand. I like these doors. These are really nice doors. And here are the lanterns, right? The silk lanterns. Sorry. So this is typical Hoi An. I like myself a good upholstered bench. Cool drink, coconuts, beer. I could sit here, but I'm looking for a place to drone So either I was directed into the correct place, or I'm going to a new place where I could drone from. Oh look, Persian rug. I wonder if these are Iranian. So Kashmir hut. So Kashmir is part of India or Pakistan. Both, in fact. So if that's an indication of where the rugs come from, it might help. And here we have like reflective graphics, right? Either epoxies or highly glossed lacquers, and you know, it looks like a Gustav Klimt type of imagery, like posing in gold and single woman posing, but done with a Vietnamese twist. So there we are. And Vietnam is famous for its water puppet theater. And these are the kind of water puppets that you would find. The very right corner is a typical water puppet copy. So they say bong bong, I guess, in a way to announce that they're coming and they don't want to hit into you. I did rent a cyclo when I was here last in 2020, and I don't feel like I need to today. And what's nice about this time of day is the sun is kind of getting lower and the air is getting a little more breathable and cooler from the heat that we're getting. So over down by that way is let's go down that way and then come back, because maybe we want to see the waterfront. We've seen enough boutiques and whatnot. I love these upper galleries that have a lot of plants growing out of them, because they help keep things cool when the water that is in the plants evaporates. And of course they oxygenate, so it's win-win. It lowers the temperature and oxygenates its environment. And it all occurs naturally. Alibaba, Kashmir again. Silk and Kashmir. Handmade carpets. Come on. And you have an upper gallery, cocoa box, juice bar and cafe. Yeah, there's so much charm here in Hoi An. You cannot say otherwise. It's not chintzy, it's not cheap, it's not pretending to be something that it isn't. It's got its own thing. It's cool. Oh yes, he's waved me out. Oh, not me, but the other people out of the way. Beep beep, bong bong, as they say. So let's go down to the riverside during the daytime, but you can imagine what it looks like at night. It's spectacular at night. Oh look, street food. So that looks like raw food prepared to heat, to cook, and I'm sure it's good. I have no idea what this is. This reminds me of that film Brazil, where they had a lot of like plumbing and industrial infrastructure that was just like behind a cupboard door and always in need of repair. It was a running joke. I think it was directed and produced by Terry Gilliam and probably funded by George Harrison's movie company. It was a good film. I think Robert De Niro was in it. He had a very funny role. So these are the gondolas, and you can actually rent a gondola and they will paddle you around. Mostly I think they're required by law they're obligated to give you a life vest, but I've seen people without their life vests in their, their Sunday best, and I guess they didn't want some scuzzy life vest, so I guess there's a way around not wearing the life vest, but I'm not sure how that works. Anyway, so these are the riverside, so at night all of these lanterns are lit and you can see them from across the way, and it makes this place really picturesque and beautiful to observe. It goes in one direction and down another. So it is now 4 in the morning in Eastern Standard Time. So I really can't wake up anybody to show them what we have here without, disturbing their sleep. So I guess we can at least say, well, thank God there's replays. So this continues further along. There are a couple of bridges. I don't want to stay in the sun. I want to be in the shade because already I'm starting to dehydrate quicker than I want to. So I'm going back to the other tighter lane structures because there's more shade. All right, so these are the skeletal workings of the suspended lamps. So they're just like little oblong pieces of silk that get cut out and then they get overlapped and glued to the little wire meshes and bamboo ribs. And that's how the lanterns are made. And then you just electrify and turn on the power. Best pizza, homemade, local food, coffee, coconut, barbecue, seafood, happy hour, local beer. So it is now 4 p.m. I need to think about maybe renting a taxi to get me back to my homestay, and then have a little walk and then do a quick drone and then return back to the homestay to pick up my ticket to the theater. And well, the theater is at 8 p.m. so I have enough time to freshen up and to get some of my electronics powered up or charged up, and broadcast tonight's theater production. So we have something to look forward to in a couple of hours. So in 4 hours time actually, or a little less, the curtain will rise on the production called Hoi An. It's named after this place, and I believe it's the origin story of how Hoi An came into being. So looking forward to seeing that, and hopefully everything will work out so that we can broadcast it live at the same time. So the left-hand side of the street is the better side with the shade. Do 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 do. Copenhagen delights. Do do do. Do do do.
Ở đây ăn chi không?
So, my waitress today, it wasn't on camera, but she did ask if I was married. It was funny. Then I asked her, well, is she married? And she says no, because she's got her studies. So I said, well, I have my business. So there. I like this this wooden this wooden home. Wow, how beautiful the paneling is and the weathering of the wood. It's obviously some type of like a teak which can stand, you know, beating sun, water, all kinds of elements, and still remain strong. It's beautiful. So these look like patterns that they put on the tops of rain drums, but they turned into like chargers or discs. Airy poppins. How interesting. So I like these. But I like real rain drums, like bronze rain drums, better. So look at the little gallery up there with the little plants and things. Really nice. Ah, 3 stories. So that's an anomaly. Normally there isn't anything taller than 2 stories, but here we have a 3-story building. Pretty ambitious. I like this announcement. So I was told that mosquitoes come out in the evening, and I believe they're right, although that might have been a fly. Savonnerie. So this was a place where they manufactured soap. That's what savonnerie means. So this goes back to the French. So I was given a good idea just by talking about things. I want to be able to reserve the table in Hanoi when I'm there on the 26th at a certain hour, and I know the perfect person to ask to look into that for me, and then I have a fallback person who isn't from Hanoi but can speak in Vietnamese and can maybe persuade, you know, if that's what it takes. So I'm quite excited about the idea. Oh, there's a group here. Okay, so they're visiting, maybe from Korea. I think they may be from Korea. Korea? Seoul? Incheon? Maybe Singapore? I don't know.
This way. Yeah. You know what's up with people. Hiya, okay? You alright?
Les femmes vietnamiennes portent les manteaux en hiver, en été plutôt.
Silk lamps.
Mais vous savez pourquoi? Les hommes vietnamiens portent
อย่าไปนั่งของน้องเด้
So have a sip. Are you speaking Hebrew? I don't know. I think they're Manishma. I don't think they're speaking Hebrew, but they might be speaking. They understood my Hebrew. Although I thought they might be Israeli. So we are headed in sunnier climes, and I'm thinking I don't need to broadcast anymore because we're leaving the old part of Hanoi, and I can set up a new broadcast where I decide to go droning. Here is not the place, but I do know a place where we can go. So I think I'm going to find a good shady spot and give you my bids adieu. We're going to look at this bridge, maybe a view from the bridge, and then we'll power down. Let's do that. Let's do that. So we can see the gondolas. Let's go to this post here and then rest up against it. So there's an oncoming gondola. Here I'm safe from toppling. There we go. Welcome to Hoi An, the Paris of Vietnam, because of all the lantern lights. Paris is known as the City of Lights, and so is Hoi An, is known as the City of Lanterns. So, with the sun behind us, I think this would be the appropriate place to bid you adieu. Thank you so much for coming in, and bye for now.